What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today I want to do a home video because this is a perfect video to do from home. Alright, you guys, this is interesting. Probably about 90% of Pokemon Go players consider this feature to be spoofing. So why is it built into Pokemon Go? I don't know. So let's go ahead and see. What's the number one thing that people hate about spoofers? Why do people hate spoofers? I don't know. It's just a game. People take it so seriously, but they really hate those spoofers. And what do they always say? Well, the spoofers spoof to the gym, and the spoofers are spoofing the gyms. It's wrong that they can go to the gym when they're not really there, and I had to do the hard work of going there. Okay, so that's a valid point. I understand that maybe there is a little bit of fairness thing there. I don't necessarily recommend spoofing to the gyms. I think that spoofing, just because you want to catch rares and have fun playing the game in that way, is more fair. And then, you know, if you use those Pokemon in gyms, well, that's a tiny bit unfair, you know. But I always tell the legit players, any regular player could have showed up at that gym and taken it from you, and you would have had the exact same experience in the game, aside from knowing that that person is a spoofer upsets you. And I think that that's a personal problem that these people should take into consideration. Maybe it's unnecessary stress in their life, and it's not worth stressing about spoofers because there's more important things to worry about. Anyway, coming back to the main point of this video, 90% of Pokemon Go players consider this feature right here that is built into Pokemon Go to be spoofing. First off, let's go and look at my gyms, okay? I am currently in a gym. It's unheard of that I am in a gym, alright? But I am in a gym with my unknown W, and this is a highly contested gym near my house. So I'm like, why am I actually in this gym? It makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, a windfall for me. Maybe it's an indication that the game is getting less gameplay because of the new gym system, because that used to be a gym that I could never stay in for more than an hour. Alright, let's go ahead and look at this guy. So, what does it say here? Go to gym. Like what? It's just gonna spoof me to the gym? Like, I am sitting at my desk right now. So, yes, it actually does say go to gym. I'm like, okay, now we're gonna spoof our way over there. And guess what, you guys? I can feed berries to my unknown, which I love. I love this feature, you guys. I'm absolutely astounded with this feature. I'm very surprised that they even put it in the game. But, I mean, everybody that I've talked to who has thought for 2 seconds about this has said, wait, that's spoofing. Why is there spoofing built into the game? I don't know, you guys. Ask, you know, Pokemon Go, because I can't answer that question. I don't have an answer for it. I thought that this game was all about being in the place where you like physically are, and then that is like the definition of fair gameplay in this game. But apparently now they're okay with a little tiny bit of spoofing to get over there and feed berries. So oh yeah, Snorlax candy, lit. Oh my god, lit. Snorlax candy, that's a good one, you guys. That is a hard candy to come by. Man, that's why I fed the unknown and the Snorlax first, just to see if I do get a candy, I want it to be off of one of those two. That was lit. Oh my god, yes. So anyway, you guys, what do you think about this? Put it down in the comments, you guys. Do you think this is spoofing? Do you think other people think this is spoofing? Is this, you know, do you think this is not spoofing? I'm very curious. What do people think? Everybody that I have talked to about this in every community, organic community, tracker community, and spoofing community, I kind of float in between all three because I'm very respectful and I don't judge people for the way that they play. And yes, all three communities have said, this is spoofing, why is it in the game? Now, I want to bring up another interesting point, you guys. I would like to see more spoofing built into the game, and I'd like to recommend 2 different features that I think would be critical to this game, okay? It would be really fun. 1, I'd like to see a drone. Actually, a Pokemon Go drone that you spend 500 coins on. It breaks after 3 uses, and if I'm sitting at my house, I can drone for maybe 20 minutes, or I can drone 3 times. I don't know what the usage is. Maybe I can drone 3 times for 20 minutes, you know? And then maybe it'd be funny at the end if it had a whole bunch of different, like, break scenarios. So it's like, oh, you crashed your drone, it broke. So, you know, and then it's like, oh, your drone ran out of battery and fell, you know, too hard on the ground. So it has all these like funny scenarios where your drone just breaks, you know, just to keep us entertained. I think that that would be cool. But basically the point of the drone is like, let's say I'm a kid and I'm at home, okay? and I can't go to my Pokestop where I see the Pokemon because my parents won't let me leave the house, and my parents won't take me out of the house because it's just a game, so they won't do that. So then, what options do I have? I have nothing. I can just sit at the house and I can't play the game. So I think that there needs to be some sort of fixing of the fact that there is no home gameplay, even though a lot of kids are stuck at home and they want to play, and that's why they're spoofing. So maybe if there was like a drone feature where it's like it can just drone over there and it can shoot a Pokeball at it just like the Pokemon Go Plus, and then maybe you catch it, maybe you don't, you know? You don't get to do the whole encounter experience because, you know, it's a drone. It doesn't get to spin Pokeballs like you would as a trainer. So I think that there's a little bit of room for spoofing in the game if it's done correctly and if there's a story attached to it that actually makes sense. My second feature that I would like to recommend, and then I'll wrap up this video, you guys, I think that there should be an in-game plane ticket, you know, and maybe you can spin a 7-day streak and get one every so often, or maybe you could buy one in the shop or something like that. But for the people who are literally never going to go to a Pokemon Go event because they live out in the middle of the country where there's never going to be one, or the people who same people who, you know, can't afford to go to Australia, they just can't. I think that there should be some sort of an in-game story mode that has a plane ticket, and then the plane ticket takes you to Australia and you can walk around in a designated area for a certain amount of time, you know, and hope that you catch a Kangaskhan organically while you're in the area for that time. So to me, I think that that would be pretty fair, and I think that it would add a sort of story to the gameplay for trainers who don't get to experience that story. It's like we play video games so that we can experience something in the game that we can't experience in our own real life. And then I think that the whole idea of going to Australia is something that everybody would love to do, but most people, you know, realistically are never going to do. And honestly, they're not going to get to a Pokemon Go event either. They just don't go close enough to the really, really rural areas. I'm gonna lose my voice, guys. Anyway, I think it's just a couple of ideas I've been kind of brewing for a really long time. I think that they would really help the game. They're obviously spoofing features, but as you can see, we've got some spoofing features that are starting to be built into the game. So I don't know what that means for the future of Pokemon Go, but I'm all for it. I'm very supportive. I think this is a great feature. I think that more features that are in that kind of vein would be great. And, you know, I just think that there needs to be some sort of home gameplay. Obviously, if you catch a lot of Pokemon during the day, your home gameplay is to go home and evolve all the Pokemon that you caught and check them for IVs. But I find the checking IVs process to be incredibly tedious, and I don't like doing it, and I actually won't do it. And then, evolving Pokemon, you know, if you live in a rural area, you don't catch that many Pokemon, so you don't have that many to evolve, so your home gameplay is not that good. I will end, before I lose my voice, you guys, sorry. I will end on this one note. I think that for home gameplay, there really needs to be a mini game, something in the game where it is like, hey, use your Pokemon in this little mini game, and you can play it for like 3 coins or something like that, you know, so you can get a lot of plays, so you can play maybe 10 or 15 times throughout the night if you get into your local gym. And then the mini game teaches you type advantages, because I'm one of those players who didn't play Pokemon that much. That's why I'm doing the Throwback Pokemon Red series, which if you guys don't know about, I am doing that. I'm actually about to get started right now, but I wanted to make this video first. But yeah, I'm doing the Throwback Red Pokemon series because I want to learn the type advantages, and I just want to have that Pokemon experience that I never had as a kid. My little brothers were having that experience, so I was watching the anime with them, and I watched the anime, but they actually played the game. So I'm going back, I'm playing the game, I want to learn the type advantages, but I think it would be cool if there was a mini game inside of Pokemon Go that actually represented something of Pokemon, and you got to use your individual Pokemon, and it would help you learn the type advantages for kids who don't know them today and haven't played the series yet, or for adults who never played them because we're like a little bit too old. Shout out to everybody who plays, you know, above the age of 30. It's just like it didn't really happen for us in some cases. Some people were playing it, but not me. Anyway, you guys, I totally lost my voice on this video. I'm so sorry, but I think that I said some things that were important that I really wanted to get out there, so I really appreciate everybody for watching and listening. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers. Let me know in the comments if you think my ideas are total trash, or if you think that they're actually kind of good. And please do drop a comment. It actually does help to get extra engagements on the video. I would really love to hear what everybody thinks as well. Thanks, everybody. Peace.